Okay, so if you live in Enugu State in Nigeria, I'm pretty sure that you might know about the Holy Ghost terminals and stuff, and the CNG buses that were recently released and all that. On today's video, I want to talk about the problem that the Holy Ghost terminal and the buses have personally from my own perspective, and how these things can be solved. And this can help the government, especially when it comes to user acquisition and everything, and convenience as well. Now, before I continue, I want to let you guys know that this video is not here to spread hate to anyone, the government, the governor, anybody that I'm going to talk about or whatnot. I don't care. This video is not here to spread hate, but rather to, just share opinions and thoughts and everything just like that. Do you get what I mean? Now, let me give you guys a backstory about the whole CNG thing based on my own perspective and stuff. So, I remember when the government released the CNG buses and everything, when it was made public for everyone and stuff. So, after that, a lot of content creators, they were making videos talking about how to get the cards, things you should know, blah, 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 that type of stuff. And because of everyone's videos, I said, hey, let me go and get myself a CNG card and use the buses and have a first-hand experience. Now, I went to the Holy Ghost terminal and everything because that's where you get your card and also other stuff as well. But however, I realized that I was at the wrong terminal. Now, let me give you guys some more context to this. Okay, so basically, there are two terminals for Holy Ghost. There's Terminal 1 and Terminal 2. Now, Terminal 2 is in the front, while Terminal 1 is all the way in the back, like on a different location and area and everything. Now, no content creator that I watched specified like what terminal you're meant to go to and everything. Everybody kept on talking about how to get this card, the buses like this, the buses like blah, blah, blah. You get what I mean? Nobody talked about what terminal you're meant to go to and everything. And I went to the wrong terminal thinking that that was where I was supposed to go to because it was in the front, obviously. So, yeah. I was now told by the gate man and everything that I'm at the wrong area, that I'm meant to go like up like that just to go to the terminal and everything that I'm meant to be. So I went to that terminal only to be told that there are no cards available, that they're all sold out, that I'll have to wait next week until they have cards again for people. So I had to end up going back home, not getting anything in the end of the day. So I wait the next week and I go to the terminal only to be told that there are still no cards available. At this point, I was very, very frustrated and everything because I spent money and time just to go to this place twice, only to be sent back and everything. It's just a very, very frustrating experience. I still don't have a card up till now, and I don't even feel like going to this terminal again. And this might be the experience from other people as well, I'm not sure. But if you're able to get the card recently, I don't want people who have gotten the card in the past and everything. If you have gotten this card recently and everything, please share your experience in the comments below. Now, the first problem that this Holy Ghost terminal has is the fact that there is no one that we can reach out to, especially when it comes to knowing the availability of the cards and whatnot. They don't have any helpline or anything, which is something that they're meant to have here that would be super helpful, so that way a customer can call and know whether or not they can come or not. Do you get what I mean? Which is why for the Enugu state government, if you're watching this, please try to get like a helpline that someone can call, so that way, if cards are available or not, we will know and we will not have to waste our money and time here. The second problem that I have when it comes to the Holy Ghost terminal is that they don't have any routes or schedule like as to what times that you can see the bus or where you can see them and everything. When I went to the Holy Ghost terminal, I had asked this question: is there a way that we can know the routes and everything? They said no, they don't have any like definitive routes and everything, that for us to get a bus that we need to stand at a bus stop, and then if you have the card, you wave your card up and then from there they stop for you and everything. And this thing is kind of annoying because like I want to know where these buses are going to, their stops and everything, so that way I know how to calculate what I'm spending, where I'm going to. Do you get what I mean? And I remember I watched this video on YouTube about this whole bus thing. So basically, there were these content creators. They wanted to basically use the bus to go to somewhere, only for them to be told that they have to wait 2 hours before that bus can come and everything. This is why like having routes and schedules would be good and everything, because it's going to help a lot. Which is why the solution to this thing is quite simple. The government should either build an app or website, and here is how it's going to work. Every bus will be fitted with a GPS, in the sense that if you use your phone, you can see the route of the bus in real time. Even if they do not have any definitive routes and everything, at least you know, okay, this bus is going here. They're like, you can see the bus on the map, click on the bus, and then you can see, okay, this bus, they like to go this way or that way or blah, blah, blah. Or let's assume that now you're at a nearby bus stop or something. The app can tell you, okay, the bus is more likely to be in so and so area. Do you get what I mean? And all that type of stuff. And having an app that can do this type of thing will be super helpful. In fact, the app can have more features, in the sense that, for example, if you wanted to pay for a bus and everything without having to use your card, maybe you can pay, and then from there, once payment is received and everything, any bus that you're near, you can just pay just like that, and boom, you don't need to have your card and all that type of stuff. But let's assume that, they do not want to build an app and everything, or they don't have the resources or whatnot to build this type of stuff. They can simply just make an Instagram page that has the routes and schedules and everything like that. Do you get what I mean? They can build a page on Facebook, TikTok, whatnot, and then on their story, they're basically posting about the routes and everything. And then from there, this page is going to get followers, because this is going to be something that's very valuable. People will follow them and engage in their posts and everything. And from there, this is how they can make money, because brands will want to do sponsorship and everything. From there, brands can pay this page, and then from there, people will see their stuff. And then, the page will generate more money and revenue for the government. And not only that, like the first part I talked about not being able to contact anyone, this whole social media thing can even solve that problem too, because if you're not sure about the buses and everything, you can basically just, send a DM to the page, and it'll be like, hey, what are the routes here? How much is it and everything? And from there, you get the prices and everything just like that with ease. The third problem with the whole Holy Ghost CNG thing is also the fact that it's only the Holy Ghost terminal that you can go to basically get a card and fund it and everything. Not everybody lives at Holy Ghost and stuff. Like a video that I watched as well, they were saying that not many people were inside the bus and everything, which is not really that good. And obviously, people want that convenience because people live far. Like for me, I do not live close to Holy Ghost and everything. It's always just be coming and everything, just like that. Resources are finite and everything. People do not have all that type of money. I'm not Tinubu's child. I'm not Peter Mbah's child. I'm not that type of child and everything. You get what I mean? So it's really, really inconvenient that it's only that place. That's the only place in the whole of Enugu that I can get a card and fund it and everything. Which is why there are different solutions to go about this problem. The first solution is that, we can have these cards mailed to us, like for those who can pay for delivery and everything, because I'd be willing to pay for delivery. Instead of me having to go to the Holy Ghost and everything, I can register for the card online or something, and from there, the card gets mailed to me. Or the second solution that is more feasible is if now that they have terminals in other places, not like the actual terminals per se, but however, agents or vendors who can act as these terminals, in the sense that, like, you can go to an agent, maybe now they have one in Independence Layout that you can go to get the card and you can fund it and everything without you having to go to Holy Ghost. Or maybe they can have one in New Haven, GRA, Transekulu, and so on. Like, you get what I mean? If they can have all these types of stuff scattered around where you don't have to go too far just to get this card and everything, it is going to be a lot more convenient. It's going to save a lot of stress and everything, and it's going to be easy for us, the citizens, as a whole. The next issue that this whole CNG terminal whatever has is the fact that there's this card shortage I talked about. You cannot even get any card as of right now, based on my knowledge. Maybe you can now after this video has been uploaded. I do not know. I don't work there and stuff, but from my knowledge, as far as I'm concerned, you can't really get a card. There's a shortage and everything, which is why we need to have other options when it comes to paying for these buses and stuff. Like for example, if you watch my video about incomplete projects in Enugu, which is in the description box below, I had reached out to the company that created the cards that they use in Enugu. The company is called Cowrie and everything. You can go Google them and stuff. when I reached out to them, I asked them about this whole card thing, and according to them, they said that we didn't even need the cards to begin with. That if you have the Cowry app on your phone, you can register, and then from there you can pay for buses without you having to have a card. That you can just fund money into the Cowry app with your bank app or whatnot, and then from there you can use that balance to pay for a bus and everything with the CNG buses and everything. That should be an option as well. That should be a plan B when the cards are like in the shortage and everything. For those who don't even really want the cards and everything, like that should be the main option that the government should be giving us. But however, the only policy that exists in their heads is the fact that no card, no bus, no entry. You get what I mean? But we need to have that option as well. And this option is going to increase user adoption. And at the same time, people are going to use the buses more, because if they see that they don't need to go to any Holy Ghost terminal, people are going to fund more money into Cowry. And from there, they'll keep on paying for buses and everything. And then they're going to still empower the government, because the government is still going to make money and everything, even without the cars. As long as people keep on using the buses over and over and over again, they're going to make a lot more money. Oh, and also, one extra thing. I was scrolling through Facebook and I saw this post about somebody complaining that they can't see their card balance and stuff, that they don't know how to see the balance of the card, like if you get one and you put money into it and everything, which is something that needs to also be solved too. But according to the Cowry company that I reached out to, they said that as long as the card is linked to your phone number and stuff, you can basically, like link the card in on the Cowry app and everything, and from there you can see the balance that's available and stuff. Do you get what I mean? But yeah, that's what I believe the government should be doing when it comes to their cards and everything, and how they can get more people to be involved in the whole bus thing and all that type of stuff. Do you get what I mean? I believe that if they do that type of stuff now, people are going to use it more and people are going to appreciate the government more. I really love this whole bus idea and everything, and I want to see this thing shine. That's why I'm even making this video in the first place. So yeah, that is all for today's video. If you have any thoughts, please comment below, and also please be nice in the comment section, okay? And as always, I hope I see you guys next time.